Yes, you do.
Good morning, Professor Clarke, and congratulations to the Nobel Prize in Physics.
Thank you so much.
Was this a surprise to you?
So, to put it mildly, it was a surprise of my life. Okay. And I'm very sorry my two colleagues are not with us. But...
I'm sitting here in this beautiful session hall of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences at the press conference with many interested journalists here, both from the national and the international press. Are you ready to take some questions from them?
Yes.
SVT?
I have to congratulate you on the award, of course. My first thought was that it's quite mind-boggling, your discoveries. I was wondering, did it occur to you at the time that that you managed to prove there is microscopic quantum tunneling, that it might be the grounds for a Nobel Prize in physics?
I think that had not occurred to us in any way.
Pardon, I didn't get that.
I think that it had not. We had not realized in any way that this might be the basis of a Nobel Prize.
Do you remember the specific breakthrough and how what happened at the time?
Well, Michel Devereux and John Martinez are brilliant people. I worked very closely with them for at least a year on this and other topics. And the first thing I would like to say is that this discovery would never have happened without the two of them. I was in principle the leader of the group, of course, but their contributions are just overwhelming.
Okay, one question there, please.
Hi, Professor Clarke. This is Yiwei from the Chinese Media Intellectual. First, congratulations, and I would like to know your feelings now and where you are now. And the second question is, what do you think your research has left the open questions for the next generation of physicists? Thank you.
Well, first of all, my feelings are that I'm completely stunned, of course. It had never occurred to me in any way that this might be the basis of a Nobel Prize. And I'm sorry, what was your second question?
My second question is, what open questions does your discovery leave for the next generation of physicists?
Well, I think that, as already been suggested, this is something that does lead to the further development of, or the development of, sorry, I'm losing my words, of the quantum computer. I mean, many people are working on quantum computing, and I think that I think that it is recognized that our discovery is in many ways the basis of this.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Bogun Radrewski from the Polish television. Congratulations, Professor. I wanted to ask you because, well, everyone in this room has a smartphone and we have cameras that use memory chips that are actually based on the effects that you were studying. I wanted to ask you, did you predict when you made your discoveries that they are going to have such a widespread practical applications? And what do you think is going to be the next step in that regard?
It certainly had not occurred to us in any way that this discovery would have such a significant impact. And we were buried in understanding the physics and the calculations that went into this. And it was very much following up on this brilliant work by Tony Leggett, who of course also subsequently won the Nobel Prize. Also, I would like to say that I knew and still do know Brian Josephson very well. He and I were colleagues as graduate students together in Cambridge all those years ago. And I recognized that he was much more brilliant than I was. And I think that he and Tony will also be very thrilled that, along with Michel Devereux and John Martinez, we won the Nobel Prize. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that I answered your question, but...
More questions? Yes, please.
Thank you. Congratulations, Professor Clarke. My name is Yan Nanzhu from Mr. Salon in China. And my question is, quantum phenomena are universal. So where exactly is the boundary between the classical and quantum worlds? Thank you.
Well, I think that the real difference is that the quantum world depends on quantum mechanics, which, as someone commented earlier in this discussion, quantum mechanics was discovered many years ago now by Schrödinger, almost 100 years ago. And that's the underlying basis. The thing is that classical physics doesn't depend on quantum mechanics. But it's really this discovery by Schrödinger almost a century ago that is the sort of underlying basis of all of this work and of quantum mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Anneli Megner-Arn from Swedish TV4. Congratulations. I wonder what connections you see between the quantum computers and your discovery.
Well, I think that our discovery in some ways is the basis of quantum computing. Exactly where all this fits in is not at this moment entirely clear to me, but I think that this is one of the excuse me a second. I think that I think that the basis of quantum computing relies to quite an extent on our discovery. But our discovery, as I said, also depends on many other people like Brian Josephson and Tony Leggett.
Yes, please, there, in the back.
Congratulations, Mr. Clarke. Konstantin from AP. Could you tell us how your discovery is used by average consumer today? Thank you.
Well, as people have pointed out, I mean, the many straightforward applications are things like the cell phone. And I'm speaking on my cell phone, and I suspect that you are too. And that one of the underlying reasons that the cell phone works is because of all this work. And of course other applications too, but I think that the most common one, I mean, almost everyone has a cell phone in the modern world.
One last question.
Congratulations, Professor Clarke. I have one question. Is that I'm also an experimentalist, and now we say this superconducting qubits and the neutral atoms and trapped ions are both good candidates for supercomputing in the future. Which one you think is most strength in the future?
Sorry, could you repeat those again, please?
So my question is that for the moment we know that for superconducting qubits and neutral atoms, like cold atoms, and also ion trap, so they also show a very good candidate for the future superconductor. So which one do you think that is most appropriate for the future that we will use?
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand that. I mean, you talked about qubits and neutral atoms, and what exactly are you asking?
Maybe we need to take that question afterwards.
Okay, yes.
I think this was the last question for you, Professor Clarke. Thank you, and once again, our warmest congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We look forward to meeting you in Stockholm in December for the Nobel Prize ceremony.
Yes, well, I look forward to being there too.
Yeah. Bye-bye, and congratulations again.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye now.
Okay, so let's move on to more questions about the physics prize and the research involved, or if you want to ask the committee something about their work. And again, you can ask either in English or in Swedish. Yes, please.
Thank you. I'm Yanliang Guo, and I'm also an experimentalist in cold atoms. And then my question, I have two questions. So the first question is that we know theorists is the ones that foresee the future, and experimentalists that is realize this system and then to change our daily life. And then when evaluating Nobel-worthy contributions, how does the committee balance the value of this original theoretical breakthroughs and that delicate experiments that realize these theories in the lab? And second question is that when evaluating Nobel-worthy contributions, does the committee also take into account or consider the potential influence for the future science and applications, or it is just focus on the past achievement? Thank you.
Göran?
So, yeah, I mean, the last question first, of course, we can only regard what's been achieved so far. So we can only give a prize for something that has been done already. I mean, both deep theoretical insights are of course very important, but experimental discoveries are, I mean, lies at the heart of physics. So they are both extremely important. And we should also remember that this should be for the greatest benefit of mankind. So we definitely do consider what's the impact of these discoveries.
Olle, do you want to add something?
Yes, so as Professor Johansson says, the will of Alfred Nobel states for the betterment of mankind in the field of physics. And so this, of course, could be something that is very practical, but it could also be something that tells us where we are in cosmos, you know, anything on cosmology and black holes. And it's important, I think, to remember the quantum mechanics has basically three founding fathers. It's Heisenberg, Schrödinger, and Paul Dirac. And Paul Dirac was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1933. And he was asked at the award ceremony then by someone like you, what is the use of your discovery? And he says, I don't think there's any use of that at all. And he was asked again, but maybe in the future? And he says, no, I don't think so, not even in the future. And so this genius of a man, for once he was wrong, because as I said a few minutes ago, there's no technology that we use today that does not rely on their discoveries. And so the important thing here is that science always advances our society. So even if we don't know something for tomorrow, goodness will always come.